Hey, welcome back. My name is Matthew, and we're playing some Hearthstone.
Garrosh versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Victory or death!
Okay, we are up against a priest. Super interesting. I wonder what kind of priest it's going to be. I'm just going to make a wild guess and say it's an OTK kind of priest, so we're going to keep an execute, just in case we need to kill a light spawn. Might even make sense to keep 2 executes if we think we're up against OTK. We'll only keep 1. We're definitely keeping our quest, because against Priest, we want to have that late game finisher, just to pressure them out of the game. And of course, Fiery War Axe is exceptional against Priest. It kills most of their early game. Ooh, Awaken the Makers. Alright, so this is more of a typical control Deathrattle Priest. Going to be playing in Zoth, almost for sure. Quest is to summon 7 Deathrattles, so the Dirty Rat pulling a Deathrattle will actually count towards their quest, so that's something to keep in mind.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Alright, there's a good chance that he's going to be running one of the Ooze cards, simply to counter the aggro. So it might be worth holding on to the Fiery War Axe. If we're doing that, then we're just armoring up though, so I think we are going to kill the Mistress. We could have coined out the Stonehill Defender, but I'd rather not. I'd like to save the coin if possible. And there he had to pass his turn 3, which probably means he has a Power Word Shield in hand. Okay, well, we want to avoid things with 3 attack. The Abomination might be fine. We don't really want him to be able to Shadow Word Pain things, so looks like Abomination it is.
Tortola, preserve us!
Alright, we could coin out the Abomination. If we do that, and he attacks in, this takes 4 and he heals it back up, so he'll be at 4 health, and then we could finish it with these guys. I think that seems pretty reasonable. We of course will not preemptively hit because he can heal, he might have Holy Nova, things like that. Okay, he chose not to attack. It's a little bit surprising. We're not going to play the Dirty Rats here. We don't have a Brawl yet. If we attack like this, then he can't trade this because it'll die, which means he'll want to trade this, which means the buff won't go on this, it'll go on whatever else he plays. Alternatively, we kill this right away, and this becomes a 3-4. It still dies to this.
What now?
I think it's best to go for this trade, though. Okay, and you should be healing here to prevent our weapon. Oh, that's an interesting choice. That's kind of cool. I don't think it's very good, but it does give you another trigger for your Awaken the Makers. I think this is a reasonable execute. It just cleans the board off nicely, gets rid of both Deathrattles. Now, next turn we're going to play the Curator.
The game begins.
Okay, he got a bit unlucky there. He was really hoping to get a Deathrattle, but no such luck for him.
The menagerie is for
We finally got a Brawl, so I can feel pretty happy about our position now.
I'm warning you. I'm unstable.
Okay, he's got a couple of Elementals. It's possible he's fitting a few of the late game Elemental cards in his deck, but I would be surprised. Might make sense to Brawl here before he can trade his stuff away. But if we just play the Primordial Drake, we already clear these. So I think that's what we're going to do. Perfect. Now he's got 2 4-attack minions. It's going to be pretty tough for him to clear them. He might have a Dragonfire Potion, but that won't hurt our dragon, so I doubt he's running Auchenai Circle, so that's not really an option. Circle of Healing would kill one of them. Or, not Circle of Healing, sorry. Holy Nova would kill one of them. We're getting pretty close to finishing our quest. We need 3 more. I think we'll just play the Dire Horn. Hopefully we'll get the... Alright, we unfortunately did not get the immunity to spells. I think he's going to die to a Shadow Word Death no matter what we give him. So if we give him the +1/+1 or the Divine Shield, it'll save him from Dragonfire. I suppose there's a world where he could have a Mind Control. In that case, we would be happier if it had the +1/+1 than if it had the Divine Shield.
What now?
Actually, the Divine Shield we could get rid of with the Slam. Alright, so we'll choose the Divine Shield.
Do not touch.
We only need 2 more Deathrattles, then we can get Sulfuras in action.
Tortola, preserve us.
Alright, there's the Shadow Word Death. We were expecting that. Okay, he stole a Molten Blade and got a Spirit Claws. It's nothing too scary. Sword of Justice is pretty nice. So if we attack and play our Primordial Drake, that clears this, and leaves us with a 4/1, but that dies to the Spirit Claws anyways. We could slam and trade. That seems a bit better, and it draws us a card, so we'll go for that. Okay, a Tarlord would be good to play since he just used a Shadow Word Death. Although it doesn't really protect anything, so maybe it's better to equip the Sword of Justice than play the Armorsmith. That is weak to Shadow Word Pain. We're going to do it anyways, though, because we're going to be weak to Shadow Word Pain anyways. And we want to get closer to finishing our quest. Okay, well, this is a pretty clear turn to Brawl. Unfortunately, we can't play our Dirty Rats for it, but at least we can save our Dirty Rats for the second Brawl, whenever we get that.
I wonder.
The alternative would be Primordial Drake. And then we could trade in to kill these. So we'd lose. This would die, this would die. These would die, this would die, this would die. This would be left alive.
I wonder.
So it would get +3. So this would be an 8-10 that took 2 damage. So it would be an 8-8.
I must choose.
I think we're just gonna Brawl. Alright, I think that's fine. This is probably the worst case scenario, but that should still be okay. So if we get our second Brawl, we can double Dirty Rat Brawl. Alright, we didn't. Alright, so if we Stonehill Defender, then we will get Sulfuras. Which will take 5 mana for the hero power and the weapon. 8, that would leave us with 2, so we could Dirty Rat, which will give us an extra charge use out of this. So let's go for it and see what he gets. Okay.
Out of my jungle.
I think given the situation, we're probably going to want the extra value, since he's getting a fair bit of value. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, that's an execute, sure. I think if I was him, I would have saved the execute for something a little bit stronger. But I understand he wants to do his best to take over the board.
No. Trust me.
Alright, so we could start with the Primordial Drake to kill this. That also means that the hero power will kill this as well, because it'll be at 8. So I think that's probably a good choice.
What now?
Okay, that is by far the worst outcome for us. I don't think there's any reason to preemptively hit, so we're going to hold on to the weapon.
The game begins.
Tortola, preserve us!
Okay, we'll see what we kill. Ooh, again with the face. Alright. In that case, I think we just put down 2 Bloodhoofs to slow him down.
I have an axe to grind. I have an axe to grind.
Now if he has 2 Shadow Word Pains, he can get through them, but then our Direhorn Hatchling is a little bit better. We're really hoping to draw our second Brawl soon, because it would be ideal to use that instead of being forced into using Deathwing. Deathwing is supposed to be our last resort. Okay, Tar Lord. We'll start putting those down. I would like to kill this first, because if this kills this and this buffs this, it's kind of just a waste. So we'll do this. Anything it buffs will still die, so... Again to the face, though. Okay. We're getting unbelievably unlucky. At this point, if we played this and he had a Shadow Word Death, it's 14, 15 damage. It's still not enough to kill us, but things are getting a little bit scary. We could play this and this, but he would still need 2 Shadow Word Pains to get through. But this does give him an extra minion on the field, so it's a bit scary. I think we are going to do it, though.
You are safe now.
Okay, that's neither good nor bad for us. We don't really care about him healing to 40, but him having an extra 8/8 on the board is a pretty big deal. So, a little bit scared about that. It does mean he needs to heal his face, otherwise he has the 1 in 5 chance of just dying. And since we've hit him in the face with this multiple times in a row, he's going to be thinking about that quite a bit. It's a little bit surprising he hasn't been able to play anything, so it's probably a Shadow Word Death. 3 other situational spells? Not sure what they would be. It looks like we have to Deathwing here, though. We still haven't gotten our second Brawl. And our other options are not looking pretty. So unfortunately, missing with our hero power so many times is put us in a tough spot. We could Battle Rage for 1 card draw, but we only have a 1 in 8 chance to get what we need. Tar Lord isn't enough to save us, so we have to Deathwing. Okay, now our Deathwing is going to get Shadow Word Death. We know that for sure. Or not?
I'm warning you. I'm unstable.
Okay. It's unusual.
Let the pain speak to me.
Alright, good game, well played. That was pretty crazy. Our hero power only ever went face. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.